I'm Al, and the opinions that I'm about to express are my own. You may or may not agree with them, and that's perfectly fine. A lot of things make me cranky these days, and among them, snow. Don't get me wrong, I like snow. I like the fact that instead of living in a dry climate like Kansas, where it's a dry cold, that Utah's a wet cold. I've experienced both in my life, and I definitely prefer wet cold. It's a lot more tolerable. But the thing that drives me crazy about snow is the fact that, quite frankly and quite honestly, a lot of people don't know how to drive in it. In particular, the people that have migrated here from other areas such as Texas, California, and Arizona. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be on YouTube saying all Utah drivers can't drive worth a damn in the snow. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the majority of the people in Utah, most of them probably not originally from Utah, don't know how to drive in the snow. So I'm going to give you some key pointers on how to handle the inclement weather conditions such as snow and ice on the road. Now, you may or may not have skipped physics class in high school, so I'm about to tell you what you probably heard a dozen times by now. Ice is slippery. Ice is very slippery and at times very hard to see at night. So, what you want to do is make sure that the inertial mass on the tires as you're driving is not so fast that it slips on the ice. That way you're not spinning out of control and most likely into other cars. Another thing you want to look out for is snow-covered roads. Snow, almost all the time, is going to end up covering the ice that we just talked about. So again, kind of slow down. You're noticing a pattern here. You're noticing a little bit of a recurring theme. Slower in the snow and ice usually leads to you not slipping and sliding into other cars. Are you following me here? All right. Another thing you want to do, kind of again, going into the slower is better theme, is leave your house or your place of employment and giving yourself an extra 15-20 minutes to just kind of give yourself that window, that little buffer zone, to make sure that you get to where you need to be on time without slipping and sliding again into other cars. The last thing I'm going to tell you is, if in fact you have to drive like super crazy in the snow and whatnot, might I suggest getting some tires that actually can handle it. A lot of people don't realize this, but the tread on the tires is very important in being able to handle conditions such as snow and ice and even rain. Make sure the tread on your tires is actually good and not, as they say, bald. Because the balder your tires are, the more likely it is that it's going to slide. The less grip it's going to have. Now then, now that we've got all of that settled, another thing you want to do, as I'm obviously, leading by example here, dress for the occasion. Dress warmer on the off chance that you may end up stranded on the side of the road, whether your car breaks down or you get in an accident, whatever. Make sure that you're properly warm, so then that way you're not freezing to death on the side of the road as you're waiting for roadside assistance to come and take care of you. That's all I have for today. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, Al's Ramblings. I'll also be posting some game streaming content here very shortly. This is Al. This is my opinion. Have a good day.
Mad Al!
This has been a WTF production.